Hi, this is my review of the AEG SCN51810S0 integrated fridge freezer. The fridge freezer is a 50-50 split design. One of the first things I actually noticed was how bright the fridge was when I installed it. The little LED light that's in the corner here is incredibly effective and lights up the contents beautifully. The fridge gives a great amount of practical space with 4 shelves and then 2 fabulous deep salad or vegetable drawers at the bottom, one of which I'm actually using for drinks at the moment because there's just so much space to fill, which I'm not used to. The door of the fridge is again perfect for a variety of condiments, drinks, and of course eggs in this little holder here, which I thought was a really nice little added feature. The cooling options on the fridge range from, I don't know if you can see that there, but they range from 2 to 8, which again I thought was a little bit different. My previous fridge only went up to 5, so it's a nice additional feature. There is an added little feature here, I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's got a little icicle snowflake sign on. That's a Frostmatic feature, which I will come back to in a second. It applies to the freezer section of the fridge freezer. So the freezer, this is quite exciting for me, the freezer section, which is a bit sad to admit, but I will. So the freezer, it's exciting for a number of reasons actually. First of all, it's a 50% freezer, which in my experience of integrated appliances, with fridge freezers, they don't tend to be 50-50 splits. It's always sort of been 2/3 fridge, 1/3 freezer. When you're a mum and you've got your kids and they're inviting friends home from school without any warning, you kind of rely on your freezer to provide that backup tea time for 5 children option. So this is just great. This gives you 4 deep drawers. My son thinks this is wonderful because he's actually got a whole drawer dedicated to ice lollies at the moment, which he's never had. So this is a really exciting thing for him. The second reason that I really love the freezer part of this fridge freezer is because it's auto defrost, which I've never ever had, which is very exciting. I don't have to scrape it. I don't have to worry about getting it all defrosted, taking food out, putting food back in. It does it all by itself. I will never have to defrost this freezer, which is just so exciting because nobody has time to defrost freezers. The last thing I suppose with this, which is an additional, it's a really nice little feature actually, the Frostmatic feature, which I mentioned when we were looking in the fridge section. The Frostmatic feature applies to the top drawer. I'm not actually using it in the Frostmatic feature at the moment, but the idea behind it is if you purchase fresh food that you want to freeze on the same day, you put it in this drawer and then you go back into the fridge and you press this little Frostmatic button and this will light up and it will freeze your fresh food at a really quick rate, a consistent rate which is safe. It only applies to the top drawer and it lasts 24 hours. It cools it down to a temperature that freezes at a steady rate, cools the whole freezer down. I haven't used it yet. I intend to. I think it's really handy for, you know, there are so many deals where you buy 3 packets of fresh meat for £10 now, but don't necessarily use it, and you can freeze it on the day, and this sort of thing is ideal for that. So I will definitely be using it. Overall, I haven't found any problems with this fridge freezer. I think it's just fantastic. It's bright, it's clean, it gives a great amount of space for an integrated appliance, which I always struggle with integrated appliances, and I'm over the moon with it. I think it's a really, really lovely fridge freezer, so I would definitely recommend it. Thanks for listening. Bye.